Hey, hey, hey. Back at it again. Back at it again. I haven't been out here too much after the race. But like I said, I gotta get back out here. Been moving, but I haven't really been out here doing the walk. The hot, the weather, everything. But yeah, I know that's how life be. But you can sit down for a minute, but you still gotta get back up. Right. But I just came on here today to share with y'all some of the information. And if you catch this in the replay, it's fine. I may not be on here for my whole walk, but I'm just gonna be on here for a little bit. But this is my normal walk and talk like I used to do. So I'm headed to the park now. So, hey, whoever's watching, thanks for coming in. Doing my walk and talk. I haven't been out here in a minute, but I'm not giving up. And I said I'm gonna need to try to get out here now while I got some time. I ain't running nowhere, nobody everywhere, and I can get out here for a minute before it starts raining because it's actually a little cloudy. But I wanted to share something with you guys. Let me see if I can share this from my phone. Let's see. Let me see. It as okay. Yep. Add media and never done it like this before, you guys. Image. Yep. Okay. And there we go. There we go. And I'm hiding my own picture, but it's okay, right? But I just wanted to come on here a minute and let you guys know that, of course, I've been talking about it a little bit already, but the third annual Art Words Matter Black Author Expo is here, and we did shorten the name. So, but it's like okay now, look. But yes, we are starting things going. We do have a few authors already registered and everything, so those interviews will come out a little bit closer to the fall, and then you'll see them then. Yeah, they're waiting for the surprise. But yeah, it's coming along nicely, and I just want to come on here today a little bit to talk about what we need. We need your support as a community. It's not about me. I'm not doing this by myself. It's about the authors. It's about the community. It's about bringing us all together to honor the voices of African Americans and those that support African American culture. Like we're not, I'm trying to think of the right word. We're not limiting to African American authors, but that is the main focus. And that is because of, hey, everyone who's watching. That is because of all the controversy that's going on in these United States regarding African American authors and indie authors. That's going on with our words being silenced, or, taken out of the schools and all the things. I know you all that pay attention to the news. You see those of you that are readers, yeah, and of course the writers. So that's the whole purpose. Hey, Shy Gracie, how you doing? Thank you so much. I had took it off the chat. But thanks for watching from YouTube and for waving your pink hand. but yeah, that's what this whole purpose of this is. I'm doing this while I'm doing my walk before the rain starts as well. So y'all see it's kind of cloudy. Hey T, how you doing, girl? How you doing? Good afternoon. Trying to get this walk in before the rain starts. But I was telling everybody, and speaking of that, you guys, she's an author as well. Hey, Shy Gracie. I said, hey, how are you doing? How are you doing, Shy Gracie? Thank you so much for joining the live. I appreciate it. And so, like I was saying, so we are, let me hold on, y'all. Uh, all right, there we go. All righty. Yeah, people want to do all kinds of stuff. But anyway, but just hold on, I'm trying. Okay, you said thank you for providing the platform. You're welcome. And it is. That's the whole point of me coming on here today because it is needed. Because in the country now, in the United States, and I'm pretty sure probably a little abroad as well, but mainly here in the United States, African American voices are slowly but surely trying to be silent. I'm saying trying because they can't silence us. They can't, yeah, freedom of speech, freedom of the written word, spoken word, but they are trying to get us out of the schools. Oh, it is already? Okay, wow, yeah. It's cloudy here too. So hopefully I can beat it, beat it and get back home before it starts. Definitely don't want to get rained on. but but yeah, so like I said, we are in this age right now where African American voices are they're trying to silence them. Trying to get them out of the schools. They're, in some instances, they're trying to remove different parts of Black history from the books for the children to learn about our history, about our culture. I mean, we are part of this country. We're here, so why is this still happening, right? In this day and age, it shouldn't be happening. That's right. They can try, but it ain't gonna happen. Exactly. Our voices will be heard. Exactly. And Tiana T is also an author as well. For you all that don't know, feel free to reach out to her to get her book of what, right? That name alone says, like, look, what, And those are thoughts that we have. We may express them differently. Like I said, culturally, we may, like, what, but it's still, though, it's our culture. And there's nothing wrong with that. And they're trying to hide it. They're trying to silence it, whether it's, history, and I say history books, but yesterday is history, right? So either way, what we're writing is going down in history. It should be. It should be. Just like we're still in Women's History Month. What we say and do yesterday is history. What I'm saying today, now, tomorrow is going to be history, right? Or someone want to say herstory, but it's going to be history. But it's still relevant. It's still important. Someone still needs to know whether you're writing fact, fiction, just different genres, right? Why do they fear our words? That's a real question. Why do they fear our words, our thoughts? Why? I would love to know the answer. Let me know you all's thoughts as you are here with me. I don't understand. Like, is it fear? Is it just, what is it? Why do they fear our words, our thoughts, our knowledge? We have knowledge to share just like anyone else. And that brings me back to why it's so important to support the All Words Matter Expo. Because you're giving a chance for mainly African American authors to put their work out there in the community, to share their work where we don't normally get the publicity, unless you're a big name, like, and no shade against it, but, Michelle Obama or it was Beyonce's mama name, unless you're a big name, you're not getting the publicity like they are. Right, exactly, James. Yeah, he said he'd like to know too. Right, exactly. Carmelita, right. It's keeping you suppressed. Right, keeping you beneath them. That's what I'm saying. Like, why are they so afraid to get our words out there, to let our words shine, to share our history? Tiana says because freedom is in our voice and in our words. Right, exactly. They can't take away our freedom. God created us all, and of course, in the Constitution or the not the Constitution, but where it says all men are created equal, and you all know the spiel. But are we created equal? Because that's not how it feels all the time. A lot of the times it does not feel. You said you're white, but no race or race. Exactly, and that's what I said. Like James, yeah. I mean, it's not even about the races, but majority of the books that are being rejected or removed and things like that are African American. And why? Literally, why? Exactly. That's my point. There's strength in numbers. Exactly. There's strength in numbers, Tiana. That's why we all have to come together. That's why the expo is so important. We all have to come together as almost like a united front in a sense, showing that, hey, our words are important just like yours are. Our words they matter, they have value. They have value. Exactly. So that's why the expo is so important. And so that's why I push so hard for, and I say my authors because I support all of them. I push so hard for my authors to have this wonderful event so that we can come and you can meet with the community, um, adults, children, different age groups. Come out and support in November in Aiken. We're right between Augusta, Georgia, and Columbia, South Carolina. Come support, find your new books, meet some new authors. Some of the old, because a lot of my authors are returning authors, and I appreciate them so much for believing in the vision that God gave me almost 3 years ago now. Well, I guess almost four, because I planned it before it actually happened, right? So, but I'm just thankful for all of the support from the community, how everyone pours back into it, because this is an important thing. I don't want to say an initiative, but maybe I should work on something like that. It's looking into the initiatives that are in place, definitely in South Carolina, which I've been doing a little research, but I need to dig deeper into it. As far as, 'cause like I said, a lot of the schools, they're removing books that we read in school, as far as Black history and things like that. So our children need to be able to hear about the same books that we read. Right, they're trying to control everything. Exactly, that's what they're trying to do, is control everything, James. I agree with that. They are. You said that's why these came out when Obama won. And right, they did. They came out acting a little crazy, and then, ooh, when that other one that's in there now, when he came out, and the second time too, they really show their true colors now. They really show their true colors now. So yeah, like I said, that's even more reasons that we have to continue to push forward and fight to get our words out there for my daughter, but to fight for to push our words out and to keep them relevant, to let our children know that, hey, my mom's an author, my dad's an author, my cousin, my auntie, or somebody that looks like me is an author. It's important. They need to know that. They need to know that. And like I said, our words matter. Mainly focus on African American authors, but we represent diverse voices. We represent those diverse voices that are in this culture. We have, because last year we had authors from multiple states, Arkansas, Texas, and of course here in Georgia and South Carolina. We had Caucasian authors as well as African American authors. And I'm for sure this year will be the same as again, because it's not about, that's my whole thing as well, but it's not about silencing anyone else's voice. It's about being heard, being seen, let people know that, hey, we have a place for you. Your words can be promoted. Let people know what you're doing, what your thoughts, whether you write, like I said, fiction, Christian fiction, nonfiction, sci-fi, romance, poetry, memoir, history books. We've had all the genres, different genres, at the expos for the past couple of years. And our words need to be out there. Whether you're writing about your life or you're writing, like I said, fiction, it still has a right to be out there, a right to be heard, a right to be heard. So if you would like to help me with this initiative, help me with this community, help me, help me. I can't do it by myself. Shout out to the people that have been helping me behind the scenes through the years. I appreciate it. I don't know if she's still on here, Carmelita, but Live Your Best Life. She has been helping me behind the scenes since the beginning. Tiffany, to start out to Tiffany Carter. She was working behind the scenes with the booklet and everything and helping with the graphics. I mean, I couldn't do it myself. And they didn't both know I had a dime to give them. I barely was, the first one I funded the beginning deposit by myself. It's like, Lord put this on my heart to do. And I did, and I trusted him, and I had faith. Last year, they helped me again. I appreciate it. Even the first year, we had a DJ. Shout out to DJ David King. He was in the mix. The only reason we don't have a DJ for the didn't do a DJ for the second year because far as the type of event, the music wasn't needed. So that's the only reason. But he's a fine DJ as well. And I appreciate all of his support because when we had for the first year, we actually had to move. That's how I got moved to November because, we all had Hurricane Helene, came through here, through our region. So we had to postpone it. And they all were like, okay, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Everybody was so invested. And that meant so much to me. That meant so much to me because it's not just about me. I didn't even sell my books at the expo. I tried, but I'm just too busy doing everything else, making sure everything is going well, talking to this person, that person, whatever. So I just decided this year I'm not going to even have a table. If I do, it's going to be maybe T-shirts because I'm thinking about adding T-shirts for the expo. And if they even still then, I may have my son or someone else, run that table because I'll be too busy going around, like I said, making sure everything is going well, helping to host because this year we're adding, here's the alert about that's about the temperatures and the isolated rain chances. But I'll be going around, too busy going around, making sure everything is okay, everything is comfortable, and hosting we're gonna have a panel discussion with several authors as well as a poetry session as well. So we have a few people on the panel and a few people for the poetry session, in between times during the expo. So we're gonna have food vendors, beverages, food and drink. It's gonna be an amazing time. Community vendors show up. We had a nice roundabout group of authors and vendors for last year, and I know this year is gonna be just as good, if not better. We got a bigger venue this year. I'll share a few pictures, but I didn't go live when I went and do it, but I do have some pictures that I may share with you all of the venue. I did share some with my team, right? With my team, so I may share some of those with you all later. I don't know if I'm even in the camera no more. You say you love meeting and knowing new different people, right? Me too, exactly, James. I do too, exactly. Exactly. I love meeting new people. So, but yeah, we need to, I would appreciate everyone's support. I have the information right there on the flyer. So to, there I am. Feel free to contact me. Those are the different sponsor tiers that are up on the background behind me so that you all can see it. And if you want to just sow a seed and those are not, in your range right now, I completely get that too. Just feel free, send me an email, say, hey, this is what I want to do, and everything is secure through PayPal or Square. So you would have a receipt, and you can put, in your description what it's for. But just let me know though. But any companies that would like to support the organization, last year we had Emoji Village, Ms. Donna Westby and her team. They came. They were our silver sponsor last year, and we definitely appreciate them. And yeah, I make sure the sponsors get promoted. They get a video, a 30-minute or so, 20, 30-minute video with me that'll be uploaded to promote them as well and just show our collaboration, with the whole thing. Because it's not about, like I said, it's not just about me. It's about the community as a whole. So that's why this is so important. This is very important. It's a very important initiative to continue to push events like this. And I don't just support my event. I go to other events around the community, CSRA, when I can get around. Other African American events, Black Author Expos. I go to those other ones as well to show my support because we're all a community, right? It's not just oh, they're doing that or he's doing that or she's doing this. We're all have the same goal. It's in my mind. Thank you so much, Cassandra. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And God, to God give me be the glory because He gave me the strength to show up. And I was like, but I can't do it all by myself. I try sometimes, but the Lord said, no, Deborah, You have not because you ask not. Let people know what you need. Let businesses and organizations know what you need. Don't single out certain businesses asking them. Let everybody know what you need because this is bigger than just me. It's bigger than just a book. You know, it's bigger than my books. Like I said before, I don't even get a chance to even really, I tried setting up a table for the first and the second one. I didn't even get a chance to stay at my table. So it's not, like I said, it's not even about me. It's about promoting other authors to help them get their work out there to people who need to hear their stories. Whether it's a funny story, whether it's a serious story, a self-help book, a journal. Someone you wrote it, so get out there and promote it. You write poetry, get out there and promote it. And I promote mine too, but I'm talking about everybody right now. So get out there and promote your work. And that's like I said, I attend other events as a vendor as well to get my work out there. Because you never know who, because everybody can't go to every event, right? So just because 4 or 5 people are having vendor author events, throughout the year in your area, doesn't mean that you can, right? Someone from your team can be at your table. I was thinking about having my son do that actually, Cassie, because that's what I said last year, like I wasn't able to. So that's what I think this year. I'll probably have him at the front table, like sign in and just have a few of my books probably on that table or something like that. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, Carmelita, yeah, I just shot a child out, girl. But cause y'all my team and Miss Carmelita, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it, right? But you know our conversation last night, but I'm gonna save it. But she's a big part of my team. We are a team. There's no I in team, right? There's no I in team. Because if that's the case, then you can do it by yourself. And no, it doesn't happen that way. It does not work that way. But yeah, I appreciate all the support from the community. But like I said, we need your support. We need your support. So please reach out to me. Send me an email, a DM, whatever you feel comfortable with, and let me know. And we can have a phone discussion as well, FaceTime, whatever you need, 'cause for those of you who don't know me personally, you know, and we can talk about the sponsorship tiers, or if you need to just sow a seed, any kind of monetary amount, feel free to let me know. But we've got a bigger venue this year. I listened to my authors and everyone, and so we're gonna have more space this time as well. It's a nice, really nice venue. Oh, hold on, that's his surprise incentive, right? Exactly. Yeah, they know already the surprise. But yeah, and so, but yeah, we got a bigger venue this year, so everyone will have plenty of space to walk and talk. Talk to the patrons as they're coming to the tables and everything. So I listened and I am delivering. Well, I listened and I'm delivering, but I can't do it by myself. So if anyone would like to sponsor, all the information is right there on the screen. If you have any questions or if you can't see it, anything, feel free to message me and let me know. And I can send you an email, or you can just, if you can see my email on the screen, let me hide that message. Feel free to send me an email at 76harabed. Let me type it in, just in case you can't see it. Okay, there we go. 76harabed@gmail.com. Send me an email, and in the subject line, just put, sponsorship. You're interested in sponsorship, and just let me know, and I will gladly get you the information. Ooh, excuse me. I will gladly get you the information. But yeah, like I said, this is a community event. We're not a nonprofit. No, we're not. We are a business. But if you really want to be technical, it's a nonprofit because everything really goes back into the event, making sure everything is all right, making sure everything runs smoothly, and promotes everything. So, feel free. You said message me. All right, I sure will, Cassie. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know I wasn't able to come this weekend. But I'm gonna try my best to make it next year. I missed it too. 'Cause I was like the great, and she's talking about the Wellness Work Summit. I missed it so much because I attended. I think the last 2 years I've been, and I was like, oh man, I wasn't able to be. Actually, I went. Yeah, I did 2 years. I went 2 years, and I was like, man, I ain't able to go this year 'cause I had already promised my grandkids the Easter egg hunt. It was the same day. Cause I told Kaditra them, I was like, look, hopefully next year they will not plan it on that same weekend, cause I want to go. I want to go. But you know, I think you're a granny too, right? Right. But yeah, I'm prayerfully I'll be able to catch the next one. But I'm excited. I was like, oh, I could be there with my people. But like I said, prayerfully I'll be able to be there next year. And also shout out to Grace for this, because last year, Khadija, her organization, sponsored an author, a featured author spot. So we appreciated that as well. And like I said, it's all about support and collaboration. You know, we're a community. We're all striving to do positive things, right? So why not support one another? Why not support one another? Why not? You know, we all got to reach out and each one reach one, each one teach one, you know, share, you know, help one another. Like, hey, sis, what you need? Hey, bro, what you need? You know, reach out and help somebody. Reach out and help. So that's what it's all about, is supporting one another, supporting the community. Like I said, this is a positive event. So we're just trying to, you know, create a nice, safe space, a community event. Understood. May God bless the world. Thank you so much. I received that, Cassie. I received that. I definitely received that. And so, but yeah, we gotta support one another. And like it's so many, like I said, so many authors that came out last year. Like even this year, we have some. Like I said, we have a few already signed up as well, from South Carolina, from Georgia, from Seattle, Washington. I'm like, Lord, you know, like I prayed last year when I was reading, not last year, but the earlier part of the year. I think it was the early part of this year. It might have been, yeah, early part of this year, I believe, when I was reading the study book, The Prayer of Jabez, about the Lord, you know, enlarging his territory. And he's doing just that. He's doing just that. I've been on podcasts that I didn't even think to ask to be on, you know, like, okay, God, I see you, you know, being recognized from different organizations. I didn't set out to do that because I'm more of a behind the scenes person. He's pushing me out on Front Street, but I'm more of a behind the scenes person. So, but I know that he's gonna lead me to where he wants me to go, and you know, it's all for his glory, to promote love and unity, all right? Because that's what Christ is all about: love and unity, us all coming together and loving one another. It's not about I don't like that person, I don't like that person. Blah, blah, blah. It's not about that. Christ tells us to love each other, love one another, right? Spread his love, spread the gospel. And that's what it's all about. It's all about us coming together. That's what it's all about. Us coming together and united as one collective voice. One collective voice. And that reminds me as well, I do have the anthology project that we still have right now. I'm still seeking authors for that as well, where it's called Survivors Collective Voice, rooted and rising, the Survivors Collective Voice. And it's for those that have stories that they may not be ready to quite write a full book, or they just may be led to just share something in this book, whether you went through a traumatic experience, well, health wise, spiritual, you know, relationships, all the, you know, the things. If you've gone through something and you've come out on the other side, or even if you still are going through, but you see the hope, you see the sunlight that's in front of you, feel free to message me. Just say anthology, and I can get you that information as well. Just put anthology in the comments if you would like to be a part of that. We do have myself and another author already signed up. So, and I'm just kind of not rushing it because nothing God, when God puts something out there, it doesn't have to be rushed. You know, it all happens in His timing. So, if you would like to be a part of it, feel free to, like I said, let me know. Put it in the comments if you're interested. Put Expo or sponsorship rather. Sponsorship if you're interested in the sponsorship information. Put Expo if you're interested in the Expo information, and I would gladly get that information to you. Or again, my email is on the flyer right here as well. Feel free to reach out to me and let me know what you're interested in. I would love your support. Like I said, last year, the first year, Speak Up Sis was a sponsor. She sponsored, commu- uh, Lord have mercy, Demetrius Douglas with her insurance company, Complete Care Solutions. She was a sponsor our first year. Black Connections was a sponsor our first year, out in Virginia. She's on Instagram. She was a sponsor the first year. Um, Let me see who else was a sponsor the first year. I think that's all for the first year. And then we had, like I said, Speak Up Sis for the second year. Had Unique Publishing Bookstore and more out in Arkansas. She was on the first sponsorship for the first expo. She came to the second. You know, you all seen if you go back and see, you've seen the pictures and the videos. She brought Arkansas here, you know, to Aiken, South Carolina. And so we are so grateful on author Karen Lassiter. She brought Texas, you know, like, come on, Lord. Like, when I say He's doing it, He is doing it. And I'm just so grateful that He's using me. I'm thankful that He's using me to do this, to bring this to the community, because this is something that was not in my local community, but now it's here, and I'm just thankful. I'm thankful that it's here and that He's using me as a vessel to continue to put it out there, because this is something that's needed in the community, and I'm just again just thankful and grateful that He chose me. And I thank you all for staying on here with me for my walk and talk. It's been real. Now I'm gonna go on in here in this house and freshen up, and and you can probably get back to work. I'll probably be on here again doing something as well. But thank you guys again. And like I said, reach out to me for support if you would like to participate in any of the things. And also on April the 8th, I've shared the flyer. But April the 8th, we have um, an author coming on Author Spotlight, Dr. Josiah John Pierre. He will be on there. We're doing a spotlight on him, so you all tune in. The flyer's already on my page, but it's on April the 8th, and he's gonna be talking about his book and everything as well. So you all don't miss it. And then on the 3rd and 4th, I'm on the Wellness Work book tour with Grace for This. So it'll be on my channel. All right, I'll talk to you later on, Carmelita. You have a good day too. It'll be on my channel on Hairbed's Thoughts, Facebook and YouTube on the Hairbed's Thoughts page. And for those of you, some of you may be watching on that page because I did tag it. I did put that page on here. But the Hairbed's Thoughts on Facebook and YouTube. I'll be have a 2-day live session, so you all stay tuned for that. Be ready. It's going to be at 7 p.m. I'm keeping most of my lives at 7 p.m. and then it's 12 p.m. So, but y'all join in for that. And my days are April 3rd and 4th. And then, of course, we're going to be doing the author showcase poetry. It's the yeah, can't talk no more, right? But the Echoes of Emotions, and a couple, it's been year, 2 years since we did it in person, but this year I decided to, excuse me, do it virtual this year. So we have several poets already signing up. If you would like to sign up for that, put poet in the comments, and I will get you that link as well, so that you can register on the showcase. We're only gonna have like about maybe 7 to 8 authors, so or poets. So feel free to comment poet in here, and I will get you the link to register. Like I said, we already have, I think, 3 already registered. So don't miss your spot. It's gonna be April 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's a wrap. I'm gonna go and get on out of here because there's pollen. I can feel it getting to me too. I'm gonna go ahead and get back in the house and some fresh air. Hey, Stephanie, hey sis, you came in at coming at the end, so you gotta catch the replay. 'Cause I gotta get out of this pollen. But I have the flyer here for the expo. If anyone, if you know any businesses or companies or anyone that would like to sow a seed or would just like to sponsor the expo in November. All the information is up here on the flyer as well. Feel free to share it. Let them know. Or because my email and information is on there. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here and get out of this pollen. And I will talk to you all later on. And oh yeah, this today is Tuesday, right? Today we at 7 o'clock the letters to her discussion part two with some more of the ladies from the letters to her series will be on tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope that you all can catch it live, and feel free to put your questions in the chat and just be a part of the conversation. But again, I want to thank you guys so much, and I will have more details of whether you've been here from the beginning. Oh, okay, good, good. Oh, okay, you can't work from your phone. Okay, I got you. Thank you so much. So you did hear everything. Good. I was like, let me make sure. All right. So again, thank you so much for being here and being behind the scenes. I appreciate it so much. But yeah, you guys, I'm getting on out of this pollen, and I will talk to you all later. Again, thank you all so much, and you all have a wonderful rest of your day. All right.